Hi, my name is Anne Jemison and I teach English literature, and I mostly focus on 19th century literature and a lot of women's writing and a lot of Irish writing. UWS offers a lot of unique and quite remarkable opportunities because many of our staff are connected to other sorts of groups and arts communities within Sydney, within Western Sydney, and more broadly across Australia, and we try really hard to connect our students to that. So I teach Irish literature, for example, and we made a connection this year with a group called the Ashling Society, and they're really interested in studying the history of Ireland. And what they chose to do this year was to actually sponsor our unit, and they created a prize that we could award to the student who scored the highest on their final assessment for that unit. And we now have a student, and she's coming through and she's delighted. And it's that added connection. She now has a connection to the arts community that she wouldn't have had before. And of course, most of the staff who teach into the English literature pathway are also part of research groups at UWS, and one of those research groups is called Writing and Society. And that's a group where, again, we have lots of connections with local arts groups, and we try to promote writing. So for those students that are really interested in literature but also interested in creative writing, they might want to give it a go themselves. They're being taught by poets, they're being taught by novelists, but they also have an opportunity to connect to the Writing and Society Centre, where they can be fostered and mentored if that's the pathway that they want to take. So UWS offers those sorts of unique opportunities to connect with the wider arts community, and they can be valuable connections when you go out there and you start looking for a job. But it also enables lots of valuable experiences, I think, for our students to explore those things that they're interested in, and to make those connections more broadly outside the university. I love the diversity of our course. I like the way that there are some compulsory units in English, so if you choose an English major as part of your Bachelor of Arts degree, there are some compulsory units that we want to teach you. And we want to teach those units because we want to ground you in particular skills, reading, writing, communication skills, which will be useful to you. But the great thing about the course is you then get to find and experience different types of literature, poems, historical literature, contemporary literature, and then you get to pick. You then get to take electives, and you say, well, actually, the thing that I really loved when I did that compulsory unit was the crime fiction book that we did. So now I'm going to try and find some other crime fiction in the elective unit. So you get a lot of diversity. And the lecturers are diverse too. You're being taught not just by academics, but people who are often poets, singer-songwriters, and authors themselves. So great diversity, and a great diversity in your teaching staff as well.